Khan of Sparda.
Born from a demon, built for war, the son of a devil, who watches his mom and brother died, and he becomes the bridge between hell and earth today.
To stop me!
We're tune-maxing the full story of Devil May Cry so far, because Season 2 is coming, and you need to be ready. Popcorn in hands, and let's get into it. We start in a museum. Thieves break in, kill the guards, and start stealing. Then a rabbit-like creature shows up in front of them, and that's when it gets interesting. This same rabbit is the one who sent them there to steal in the first place. But the rabbit didn't come for the same reason. He came for one thing, the Demon Knight Sparda sword. So he slashes all of them with that sword. Just as the museum guards surround him, he blows up the entire museum. Everything goes up in smoke. Meanwhile, we see a girl walking with her child. But something's wrong with this child. The child transforms into a devil right in front of her. Then demons suddenly attack her. And that's when our hero shows up. Dante, a devil hunter. He pulls out his gun and wipes out all the demons with precision. But here's where it gets complicated. The girl's baby, the one that turned into a devil, starts attacking Dante. It wants something from him, specifically Dante's locket. The girl panics, grabs her baby, and runs away. News spreads fast. The demon's presence is everywhere now, but not everyone believes it. Some people think it's a conspiracy by another country, so the president calls a meeting to address the panic. A man named Fisher shows up and explains everything about the devil. At first, nobody believes him, but then Dr. Fisher tells them something that changes the conversation. He works for an organization called Darkcom. Because of that, he knows what demon DNA looks like. And here's the important part. Demon DNA is just like human DNA. The difference is that demons have been to another world, to hell itself, and their DNA has evolved so they can adapt to those places. Fisher explains the bridge between worlds. There's a quantum interference blocking the passage between hell and the human world, but sometimes, tiny portals open up between them. Small demons slip through. Since those portals are super unstable, that's why dangerous demons can't make it through. Then, they find out something crucial. The Darkcom vice president runs the company that handles dimension security. Just then, a man walks into the meeting with a CD. On it is a rabbit fights in a museum, recorded for everyone to see, and he tells them that the gates of hell are about to open soon if anyone wants to stop it. They are going to need a hunter, someone who knows how to fight with demons. The president doesn't believe any of this. He thinks it's a distraction. But the vice president is convinced. Because of that conviction, the president stays quiet. But William doesn't. He tells everyone to go after the demon hunters, to find them and use them. And that's when Darkcom starts kidnapping all the demon hunters they can find. Meanwhile, Dante just wants a normal moment. He walks into a restaurant to have some ice cream. But then a truck crashes straight into the restaurant. He saves everyone inside, gets them out of danger. That's who he is. But then something happens. He hears a voice he knows. His dead brother. His heart stops. But it's not his brother. It's something worse. It's the same devil. His name is Plasma, and he's come back. The fight breaks out in the middle of the restaurant. Dante starts shooting with full force. Plasma grabs Dante, and he snatches the locket. He breaks free from Plasma grip, launches a powerful attack, and gets his locket back. But gun breaks in the process. While all this is happening, somewhere in the city, the demon hunters are interrogating someone. They're asking questions about Devil Rabbit. They want to know everything. The interrogation continues. They find out about a guy named Enzo who hires demon hunters and killers. The police bring him in for questioning, and the vice president learns something crucial. Enzo's been working with the White Rabbit, so Darkcom sends a team to catch the rabbit, but only one person survives. The mission is a disaster. Then the vice president asks Enzo about the Sword of Sparda, and Enzo, knowing he's caught, explains everything. There was a demon who worked for the Demon King Mandas. This demon was powerful, but then Mandas made a decision. He planned to make all of humanity his slaves. Because of this, Sparda turned against him. He rebelled. He chose to save humans instead of serving demons. But here's the thing, Sparda couldn't stop the demons alone. He needed something stronger. So with the help of his sword, he created a barrier between hell and earth. He used a magic crystal to do it. The barrier held. It kept the two worlds apart. But then, to make sure no one uses, Spade split the crystal into two pieces, and each piece was in different place. Dr. Fisher listens to all of this and explains to Vice President about it. If someone removes those two magic crystals and fits them into the sword, the barrier breaks. The gates between hell and earth opens, all of humanity will fall, demons, and that's the endgame. That's what Rabbit plans for, as he have a sword. He also has one part of the magic crystal. Other crystal, and according to Enzo, the other crystal is with Dante, something that could destroy the world. The vice president realizes the situation, so he tells all the hunters to capture Dante and bring him in, but they don't understand who they are hunting. They think he's just another guy with a gun. Then a demon hunter named Arnold steps forward. He's seen Dante before. He starts warning the other hunters about him, saying facing Dante won't be easy. It's not going to be a simple capture. Arnold knows what he's talking about. Because of that, he refuses to team up. The vice president puts a $5,000 bounty on Dante's head. That's enough to make people move. Everyone gets ready for the job. They plan to catch this one guy. Captain Mary steps forward. She stops one of team members and starts explaining something important. A special bullet. If he mixed the demon DNA into a bullet, it caused demon to explode from the inside. It's a weapon for killing demons. And then something happens. A person that Mary stops is a demon. He attacks the vice president, but Mary attacks him and catches him and kills him. Anders is also brought into the Darkcom team. He's there for a specific reason. He's the only one who survived the rabbit attack last time. He's still alive, so they need him. Now Enzo is sent on a mission. His job is to distract Dante, to keep him busy, to give everyone else a chance to move in and catch him. But here where it goes wrong. Dante grabs Enzo and asks him why has been a devil stuck it for a long time. Enzo has no idea what Dante's talking about. Meanwhile, everyone gets ready to attack. Dante realizes they're all there. That's when Enzo panics. He tries to use the locket against Dante, asking him to hand it over, but Dante refuses, because that necklace isn't just an object, it's his mom's last keepsake. His mother gave it to him, and Dante has sworn to protect it. He'll die before he lets it go. Then a team breaks into Dante's apartment, but Dante's already ahead of them. He dressed Enzo in his own clothes and tied him to a chair. Dante starts taking them out one by one. He moves through the apartment like a ghost. In the blink of an eye, he takes them all down. They're on the ground before they even realize what happened. Then Dante turns on the music. He's calm. When Arnold's team comes inside, Dante doesn't hesitate. He throws the iron bar and knocks them all. Then more teams comes, and Dante knocks them sword. One guy manages to shot Dante, but he doesn't hurt at all, and his body repairs itself. Team sees this and was shocked, but Dante didn't stop and beat them. Then Arnold confronts him directly. Arnold tells Dante to split the money equally and hand over his necklace, but Dante refuses both. He won't negotiate. He won't give up the locket. So Dante beats Arnold and defeats his entire team. Everyone loses. Seeing everyone fail, Mary decides she needs to take this personally. She'll go snatch the locket from Dante herself. So she confronts him. She manages to steal his necklace right from him, but Dante can't let it go. He's sworn to protect that locket, so he chases after her. During the chase, Mary fires her special bullet. It hits Dante's shoulder with a small blast. Mary realizes something. Dante is a devil, but there are no devil marks on his body, so Mary thinks through the only possibility. He's half human and half devil. But Dante doesn't know any of this. Mary blasts Dante and runs away, but as soon as Dante chases after her, she shocks him with electricity. It stuns him. Then she does something critical. She puts a tracker inside his neck. Now she can follow him. Now she knows where he is at all times. Then we see Mary's past. We see where this all comes from. She's been aware of demons since she was a kid. Not everyone has seen them, but Mary has. And one time when Mary was coming back with her parents, a man started following her, but he quickly turned into a demon. And just as the demon was about to attack Mary, a train came. It hit him. He died. After that, Mary's father told the police about what happened, but no one believed him. They thought he was crazy. Because of this rejection, her father started researching demons on his own. He got so deep into it that he even forgot about his own family. He was obsessed. Meanwhile, back at Darkcom, Mary's team is scolding Enzo. They're dragging him away. Meanwhile, Dr. Fisher is analyzing Dante's necklace. Inside, he finds half of a quantum interference pattern. It's one half of the key to opening the gate between hell and earth. Dante is in custody. He's trying to free himself, but then Mary decides to scare him, and she attacks them with a flamethrower. Then the vice president wants to talk to Dante directly. He questions him. Are you really half demon? Dante doesn't know the answer, he denies it, but the vice president explains something to him. President offers him something, a choice. There's no need to worry about what you are. They need a demon to fight demons, so that's your mission now. Fight for humanity, save them, marry objects. She doesn't like this. She doesn't trust Dante, but the vice president shuts her down. He explains that humans don't have enough strength to fight demons, so they need Dante. And suddenly their paths blocked, and at the same time some strange thing happened. The frequency pattern of Dante's necklace starts changing. The readings spike. Dr. Fisher looks at the data. The second piece. It's nearby. Then a massive explosion rips through the road. Darkcom's path is completely blocked. Dust and fire everywhere. And that's when Rabbit shows up. He blows up one of Darkcom's vehicles without hesitation. Then demons arrive, pouring in from everywhere. They're here for the necklace. Mary jumps into action. She starts fighting all the demons. But meanwhile, Darkcom's team is facing Rabbit directly. Their bullets hit him, but they don't seem to affect him. Anders heads off to grab Dante's necklace. But then Rabbit shows up right there, back in the meeting room. The vice president is still there when some people come to take him somewhere else. But among these people are demons. Mary is bravely facing them all. She's one person against a swarm. Then we learn the truth. Andres isn't loyal to Darkcom, he is working with Rabbit. Because Rabbit captured his daughter and took them as a hostage. Rabbit now has both pieces. Energy waves explode outward. Dr. Fisher feels it immediately. He knows what this means. This is the end of the world. But wait, Rabbit doesn't open the door to the other world. The gate doesn't break. And that's when Dr. Fisher understands something crucial. Something is still missing. Without it, Rabbit can't open the gate. There's a third piece. Fisher attacks Rabbit, but Rabbit kills him. And then Rabbit injures Anders too. Then Rabbit starts feeling something strange. His body is shutting down, but there's a machine attached to his body, keeping him alive. Fisher throws a bomb at Rabbit, throws the bomb back. He's still fast enough. Meanwhile, Dante is struggling. He's trying to unlock his chains. Then Anders reaches over with a remote control. He presses it. Dante's handcuffs release. Dante doesn't hesitate. He attacks Rabbit to get his necklace back. But then Rabbit throws a grenade at a school bus. There are kids on that bus. Kids who have nothing to do with any of this. Dante drops Rabbit. He goes after the bus. He saves the kids. Every single one. That's who he is. He protects. Rabbit blows up the bridge and escapes. The demons retreat. They follow him, and Dante understands. He jumps on. They're chasing now. They're going after Rabbit together. Then all the demons attack Dante to stop him. He's kicking their butts really badly. He's fighting them off while they're moving. Dante gets angry, really angry, and his demon power starts to awaken. As soon as Dante reaches Rabbit, his tracker activates. It explodes. The device in his neck detonates because he's gone beyond the 1.6 kilometer radius. It blows off half his face. Meanwhile, Plasma is doing his own thing. He kills one person here, so he copies the other guy's body. Then Darkcom puts a tracker on the necklace. They manage to get one attached before Rabbit escapes. This tracker will help them find Rabbit's location. They're preparing to move, but what they don't realize is that Plasma is among them now. The demons take Dante and Enzo onto a plane. Then we see into Dante's past. We see his childhood. His mother is there. She's with Dante and his older brother Virgil. She gives them each a piece of a magic crystal. She makes them promise something sacred. Always protect this. It's your responsibility. That moment shapes everything that comes after. Dante comes to. He regains consciousness on the plane. His face is still healing, but then he realizes his situation. The vice president is here. Some other Darkcom members are here too, and guarding them are two demons. Agni and Rudra are watching and making sure no one escapes. And Dante listens. Then Dante receives a message. Rabbit wants to say something to Dante. On the plane, Rabbit announces that they are all going to die. Only Sparda's son can save them. Dante can't believe what he's hearing, and Enzo is so shocked that he just keeps repeating Dante's name. Rabbit continues. He explains why all of this matters. Because of Sparda, because of what Dante's father did, all the demons are trapped in the other world. Then Rabbit reveals the plane is rigged with explosives and Rudra has control over them. If Dante switches on his devil trigger, he can save everyone. Dante resists, but Enzo steps in. He he explains to Dante something crucial. Dante has his father's blood inside him, Sparda's blood, and that blood can do anything. It has capabilities beyond human understanding, but Dante doesn't know how. He's never done it before. Then, the demons on the plains telling him about the death of his mother and his brother. They're mentioning it deliberately. And it works. Dante gets really angry, and fight breaks. Dante fights against them. But they are powerful and they beat him with fire, but they don't know that fire is Dante's weakness. Fire reminds him of something from his childhood. His mother died in fire. His brother died in fire. The trauma comes back, all of it, and Dante freezes. He's paralyzed by memory. The demons take advantage. They start bad-mouthing Dante's father. They insult Sparda, but right then, something changes in Dante's mind. He remembers what his mother once told him. Before she died, she said something important. His father was a brave soldier. He fought against evil, remembering that the devil inside him wakes up and his hands and skin changes too. And that's when he realizes that he is Sparda's son. He has his father's blood. It's real. Dante kills fire with his own sword. The demon falls.
But the Dante's devil trigger runs out, and that's when Rudra detonates the bomb. The plane explodes, and everyone is in the sky.
Enzo yells Dante and says to use his devil trigger, but then Dante sees the parachute and grabs all in midair. But there's a problem. He only has 3 parachutes. He can only save 3 with these. That's when something happens inside Dante again. He feels something stirring. Deep down, he remembers his brother. He remembers his mother. Both of them are dead. Both of them were taken from him. And that memory, that pain, that love, it triggers his devil trigger again. But this time it's different. This time it's a full transformation. Dante becomes a complete demon. Wings grow from his back. He starts flying. He can actually fly. Dante goes after the people falling. He saves them one by one. Then Rudra attacks him. They start fighting in the sky. But this time, Dante beats him up badly. Dante is stronger. Rudra tells him the necklace is with Rabbit. He has it. Because of this information, Dante heads straight for Rabbit. Meanwhile, we see a flashback. Earlier, Darkcom found Rabbit's location, so they reached a building. As soon as they enter that building, they get trapped inside. All the exits seal. They lose all connection with the outside world. It's a trap. It's designed to isolate them. Inside the building, there are a lot of demons. Rabbit makes an announcement to all of them. He threatens them directly. If anyone helps Darkcom, they'll be killed too. Darkcom's team starts moving forward anyway. But then Cavalier shows up, a demon with massive wings. He moves fast. He kills Sentry. Just like that. Everyone attacks Cavalier in response, but he uses his wings as a shield. Then Echidna arrives. Another demon. She starts killing everyone systematically. She attacks Ninja, but King jumps in to save him. King takes the hit instead. And in the end, Mary got captured. But then Mary uses new technology and breaks away from his grip. She goes up. As soon as Mary steps outside the building, she's hit by a gas attack. The gas is toxic. It causes her to start hallucinating. She can't tell what's real anymore. Everything is distorted. Mary starts seeing her father, but then he changes. He transforms into a demon. She falls down a floor. Then Cavalier comes after her. He's hunting her, but Mary dodges him. She runs into a room nearby where some people help her out. They pull her inside. They close the door. She's safe for a moment. These people aren't human. They're demons. Cavalier comes to check that room too, but Mary and the others are hidden. Cavalier finds nothing. He leaves. And then Mary realizes. She pulls out a gun on these devils, but then the demons explain their situation. They came here to escape hell. That's why. Hell had become way too dangerous for them. Rabbit was the only way they could come to this world. But when they arrived here, they realized something else. They couldn't even breathe easy here. And then they tell her the worst part. Rabbit is running experiments on some of the demons. Mary listens to all of this. You can see the fear in them. These are refugees trying to survive. Mary makes a promise. She tells them she'll help. Echidna and Cavalier are still looking for Mary too. Echidna tells Cavalier to focus on their mission. She tells him to leave Mary to her and Plasma. They'll handle it. But then backup from Darkcom arrives. The soldiers pour in. They're here to fight. And on Rabbit's side, he's gathered a whole army of demons. Thousands of them. Mary reaches Rabbit's experiment room. Mary sees all those experiments. And suddenly, she remembers her father. Her father did the same thing. Mary reacts. She shoots all the subjects there with bullets. She's trying to end their suffering. While fighting with Mary, Plasma accidentally lets something slip. He reveals Hell's real name. This makes Mary suspicious. Then both of them start fighting. Plasma is strong. Plasma badly injured Mary. Plasma copy her body so he can enter Darkcom headquarters without any trouble. But then Echidna shows up and makes a mistake. She sees Plasma wearing Mary's form and thinks he's the real Mary.
But Mary is ready, she shots her and kills her. Then Mary reaches security room and watch bunch of devil held trapped and wait to be free.
And because of this, the Darkcom team can finally come inside the building. But here's the important part. The communication system is still working. Mary makes an announcement to all the trapped devils. She assures them that they can now live a good life. There's no need to be afraid of Rabbit anymore. They're free.
But Mary herself goes after the rabbit.
Meanwhile, Dante is also moving towards Rabbit. But then Rudra catches him. He's back to human form. But Dante doesn't stop. He drags Rudra with him into a room. The same room where Mary is searching for Rabbit. As soon as Rudra starts attacking Dante, Mary shows up. She kills Rudra and now they both search for Locket, but they find Tracker. The Rabbit calls Rudra, but Dante is on the line. Rabbit gives them ultimatum of 30 minutes. If Dante doesn't reach him within 30 minutes, he'll unleash his entire army to attack the whole world. But Mary senses something. Rabbit has everything he needs to open the gates of hell. He left Dante alive. Why? Mary figures it out. Sparda used his own blood to build the barrier between the two worlds. His blood is literally woven into that wall, so to open it, the same blood is needed. That's why Rabbit needs Dante. At that same moment, Plasma is still alive. Then Vice President ordered Darkcom soldiers to kill all the devils. But Plasma sees this happening, the ones who were just trying to escape hell. And Plasma acts. He destroys the entire building. Mary sees that room collapse. She realizes something in that moment. Rabbit's real target isn't the world. It's Darkcom. Rabbit is destroying them from the inside out. He's using everything. Dante saves Mary from the explosion. Then we see Mary's past. Mary is a child. Her father is obsessed, completely consumed by the need to understand demons. Mary's mother tries to stop him, but he won't listen. He injects himself with demon DNA. He transforms, something monstrous. He doesn't recognize his own wife. He kills her. Then he starts moving toward Mary. But then, by accident, a fire breaks out in the lab. The entire house burns down. Mary is caught in the fire, but she survives. That experience shapes Mary's entire life. She decides she won't let other demons get away with anything, so she joins Darkcom. She becomes a demon hunter. Then we see Rabbit's past. Rabbit is an orphan. The people who adopt him don't treat him well. Then one day, the gates of hell open right in front of him, and at the same time, he's reading a story, a children's story about a rabbit that goes through a magical portal to another world. Rabbit sees the portal and makes a decision. He goes through it, but when he gets there, he realizes the world is way more dangerous than his story suggested. Hell is brutal. He's terrified, but then a demon saves his life, a demon who has no reason to help him. After that, Rabbit starts living with this demon's family, and for the first time in his life, he experiences real love. This family treats him well, but then he notices something terrible. Because of Hell's harsh environment, the weaker demons are dying one by one, and then his friend dies, the demon who saved him. So Rabbit makes a decision to bring them to Earth where conditions are better. Rabbit creates a device, a remote control that can detect the portals connecting Earth to Hell. Using this device, Rabbit brings a bunch of demons to Earth. But then Darkcom discovers one of the passages, and when Rabbit brings demon, the Darkcom surrounds them with army. Then Rabbit starts explaining the whole situation to everyone. Then a big demon comes through the portal, and when it arrives, Darkcom kills all the demons present there. He loses his family, so Rabbit decides to take revenge. He starts planning. He gets a rabbit mask to hide his identity. He becomes someone new. Then Rabbit goes back to hell, but there's a problem. He can't breathe there anymore. Using his device, he heals himself enough to keep moving. Then Rabbit goes to meet a specific demon, and this demon tells Rabbit about Dante's necklace. Then the demon gives Rabbit something else, a tube of blood. When this blood touches the necklace, energy waves start radiating from it. It's Virgil's blood. The demon explains the final piece of the puzzle. To break Sparda's barrier, the blood of both Dante and his brother is needed. Only then can the gates of hell open completely. Rabbit now just understands everything. He has Locket and Virgil blood, so he just needs Dante. Back on Earth, Mary makes a decision. She's going to face Rabbit alone, but Dante insists on coming along. He explains why. Like his father Sparda, he needs to save Earth, and he needs to retrieve the necklace. But Mary refuses. She can't let Dante anywhere near Rabbit right now, because Rabbit needs Dante's blood. If Rabbit gets close to him, it's over. So Mary shoots Dante and locks him in a truck. She's protecting him, whether he likes it or not.
Meanwhile, Rabbit has another task. He sends another wave of demons to attack. Mary hears about it immediately. She jumps into her car and drives straight at the demon horde.
She smashes the car to pieces and tears that demon apart with her bare hands. After that, Mary confronts Rabbit directly. She tells him to stop the attack. She tells him to return the necklace. In exchange, she'll give him Dante's life. She's bargaining. She's trying to save Dante by offering what Rabbit wants. Rabbit agrees. He gives her the necklace. He hands it over. But then he realizes something. Mary is fooling him, so Rabbit tells Cavalier to kill her. She pulls out a rocket launcher and blows Cavalier up. The explosion is massive. Cavalier is gone. But then all demons attacks Mary all at once, and she fights with everything, but there are so many. She's incredible, but she's still human. She doesn't last long against an endless wave of demons. Then one demon paralyzes her. She can't move. She's frozen. At that exact moment, Rabbit gets his necklace back. He has both pieces again. But just then, Dante arrives. He's escaped from the truck, he's here, and he kills those demons instantly. He saves Mary's life. Rabbit turns to Dante. He tells Dante about Mondas, the Demon King. He killed Rabbit's family. Rabbit asks Dante to look at hell, to see the suffering that's happening there right now because Dante's father chose to protect humanity instead. Dante listens, and he agrees to it. So Dante enters hell, but immediately, his body starts to decline. But Dante sees what's happening there. He understands what Rabbit meant. Then Rabbit throws Dante back to Earth. Dante crashes down, gasping for breath, and Rabbit makes his announcement. He's going to remove the bridge between the worlds, and he's going to bring all the demons into this world. Every single one. All of hell will flood into Earth. Dante tries to stop him. He argues, if that happens, many humans will die. Rabbit listens to this, but then he explains his perspective. Many people have already died when they murdered his family. That's when Dante decides something. He's going to stop all of this. Dante starts taking down the demons one by one, but then Cavalier attacks Dante again. Cavalier throws Dante's sword away. So Dante makes a decision. He grabs Cavalier. He uses the demon as a weapon. He makes Cavalier kill one of the other demons. Dante grabs his sword back, and then we see an intense fight between them. They're moving between hell and Earth. Sometimes they get knocked into hell. Sometimes they end up back on Earth. The battle is brutal. Meanwhile, Mary picks up a gun and starts attacking Rabbit. She starts attacking her back, but Cavalier throws Dante into hell. All the other demons goes to hell to fight Dante. Back on Earth, Mary accuses Rabbit for something. She says this isn't about saving the demons. This is about revenge on Darkcom. If Rabbit really cared about the demons, he wouldn't keep them locked up like this. He wouldn't use them as soldiers. He'd be protecting them. But instead, he's using them as tools. Rabbit listens to this, and then he explains everything. All of this happened because of Darkcom. Darkcom is a place that gathers people whose families have died, and they brainwash these people. They train them to kill demons without question. Then Rabbit shows Mary his true face. She finally sees who he really is. In hell, Dante is fighting alongside Cavalier and the other demons. He's struggling to breathe properly down there. The atmosphere is toxic, but Cavalier keeps stopping him. Cavalier won't let him leave. That's when we find out something crucial. The Rabbit, the one topside, has equipment strapped to his chest, and this device is pumping demon blood into his body. The blood is flowing through tubes into his veins, and while fighting Cavalier, Earth arrives here and awakens his demon power. Then Dante breaks the device. The demon is being torn apart by the closing gate, and Dante realizes that Rabbit is a human, not a demon, and then Rabbit grabs Sparda's sword, and he starts attacking Dante, but Dante dodges the attacks. But then Rabbit falls. He falls into the water below. He's gone. Dante has won. But then Darkcom shows up. They arrive on scene. They're here to claim the necklace. At that moment, in the water, something happens. Rabbit comes back up. In the water, Rabbit ate a demon, and that's causing changes inside his body. His transformation is beginning. Mary asks Dante to hand over that rocket to her. She wants it, but Dante wants to keep it for himself. This leads to an argument between them. Dante tries to explain to Mary. He doesn't trust the vice president at all. Then the vice president arrives. He asks Mary about Sparda's sword and the necklace. Dante tells him they're still with Rabbit. The vice president then tells Dante that they need to join up, but Dante refused to work with Darkcom, so then vice president called to capture Dante. But just then, Rabbit comes back, and all the soldiers start attacking him. The vice president sees this and escapes by helicopter. Then Dante and Mary jump into the field to fight Rabbit themselves, but their bullets don't seem to affect Rabbit at all. If they want to beat Rabbit, they need to destroy the equipment attached to his chest. Then Rabbit attacks Dante. He throws Mary aside. But just when Dante is in trouble, Enzo comes in. He jumps between Rabbit and Dante. He tries to protect Dante, but Rabbit doesn't hesitate. He kills Enzo. This makes Dante furious. Dante's rage ignites. His demon power awakens. He transforms. But even with that power, it's not enough to beat Rabbit. Then Mary attacks Rabbit with a helicopter. But Rabbit still doesn't stop chasing them. He jumps onto the helicopter, and then he knocks it down. The helicopter crashes. That's when the necklace ends up back in Rabbit's hands. The ritual can complete. So Rabbit connects the necklace with Sparda's sword. And then Rabbit tells Dante something crucial. To activate Sparda's sword, he needs the blood of both brothers. Dante starts laughing. He's laughing because Virgil is already dead. Then Rabbit tells him the truth. Virgil is still alive, and Rabbit throws Virgil's blood onto Sparda's sword. Hearing that his brother is alive, Dante is shocked. But then Rabbit stabs Sparda's sword through Dante.
And because of this, the blood of both brothers mixes on the sword. Dante's blood and Virgil's blood combine, and the gate to hell starts to open. Then all the demons attack Earth. They're invading.
Just as Rabbit is about to kill Dante, Mary suddenly appears. She jumps in front of Rabbit. She's on his chest. She shoots and breaks the equipment, and Rabbit loses his strength. And thinking about his brother Dante, Devil Trigger activates, and he took his father's sword from his body. He transforms into a demon. Dante then rips Rabbit in half, and then Dante uses the sword to cut off the necklace. The gate to hell closes. All the demons that poured through are sent back. After the fight, Dante is standing there, injured but alive, and he makes a decision. He's going to find his brother. That's why he asks Mary to come along with him. But Mary hesitates. She can't just leave, so she refuses to go with him. But then something else happens. Mary looks up and sees it. The hell gate on top of a building. It opens again. Then we're shown a scene from an hour earlier. We see Anders, the Darkcom operative who was supposed to be loyal. Anders steals Rabbit's device. Rabbit had told him to destroy it. It ends up in the vice president's hands. So the vice president makes a choice. He kills Anders, and he takes the device. So the vice president opens a portal to hell, and then he uses fighter planes to launch thermonuclear missiles that go inside hell. And inside hell, the missiles start killing the demons. The destruction is total. Darkcom goes into hell. They go into hell to kill more demons. Darkcom is at war with hell itself. A prison is built inside hell. Darkcom is capturing the demons. They're imprisoning them. But then a demon kills all the soldiers in that prison. The demon is freeing his fellow demons. Everyone says that it was Mandus who ordered this. But then we see the truth. It's Virgil. This is the beginning of the next chapter. And yeah, that's it, the end of DMC Season 1, and I can't wait to watch the second season coming in May month. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do like, share, and subscribe for more. Till then, see you next time. Peace out.